There you go, friends. Doc South with you, and I'm about to head up to Jumbo Land and knock out a cruise night, and yeah, with the Wanderers. And on Saturdays, that's something we do. It's kind of cool, and hopefully we'll get our share of hot rods there, and always good people. The Wanderers really are nice folks. And Jumbo Land, well, that's a nice place to go get a meal. So I'm all loaded up with records and CDs and turntables and all that baloney, and I'll be up there. But I don't know what brought this on, except these are things older people think about, I guess. I don't know. I was just kind of taking a little bit of giving myself a breather after mowing the lawn. Just a bit of a breather, before I headed up to go be a big star, quote unquote, and knock out some tunes. And I don't know how this got into my head, but every now and then lately, I guess maybe because I'm getting older, I get to thinking about times when, I was kind of creepy to people. Not necessarily evil incarnate or anything. No, I don't think I've ever really done that to speak of. If I did, I certainly didn't do much of it. But, rob a bank or shoot someone or something. But I just realized in a lot of cases, almost all of us have something. And something we did that we feel kind of crummy about, and yet there's not much of a way to apologize. You know what I mean? It's sort of funny, and we've all done it. I mean, I'm my hands up. I know, boy, I've done more than my share of rotten things, and probably you too, listening. And I guess you got to look at them once they're all said and done, and you're feeling creepy about it, or bad about what you did to one person or another. And it might not even be something serious. It might be someone who was a good friend and you've never contacted them again after a fight or something, an argument. There's so many things we all do. And I guess in the grand scheme of things, they aren't really big deal items, and yet they weigh on you. Of course, the message here would be, well, don't do them in the first place, but this stuff happens. Sometimes maybe as kids, we're not quite thinking straight, and we punch some kid in the mouth, or, heaven knows, all the, romance. There's a million things you can do to really make things rotten. Business, maybe a business deal where you weren't quite as perhaps forthcoming or honest as you should have been. Or maybe something on the highway. Maybe you knocked over old lady Morgan Field's mailbox, and just drove off. You get the idea. Most of us aren't really evil, rotten people, but we sometimes goof up and do these things. And how in heaven's name do you straighten it out? You get right down to, again, like I said, the best thing is don't do it in the first place. But once you have, it's pretty hard to go back and admit it to that person and apologize. And in some cases, that person, you wouldn't even know where to find them, or they've passed away, or they live on the other side of the world. You get right down to it. I'm beginning to think one thing for certain. Now, I'm going to try to do this. When I really goof up like that, if I find the person, I'm going to try to apologize, if I can. Sometimes you just can't do it, but you really, I think, really should. Trying not to do it in the first place, a big thing, of course. But once you have, you've got to, I don't know. It's kind of hard to come up with a plan to get it done. I guess number one, especially say it was someone from school. I remember, for instance, I remember graduating 8th grade. 8th grade. Yeah, big shot. Yeah, know it all. And I remember I think he was the gym teacher. I think he was the gym teacher. Very nice guy, very good with us students. And I remember at the graduation, he went to shake my hand, and I said, teachers, who needs you? Something like that. Yeah, real wise. Well, real wise guy. I have another word in mind, but kids might be listening. And and I remember it just, you could see my stupid statement took the wind out of his sails. And to this minute, I still regret saying that. Why would I be so dumb? And never saw him again, to actually go apologize. And, you feel like a jerk. And there's more, I'm sure, all sorts of stuff, way worse than that one way or another I've pulled in my life, just like anyone. But it's hard to set it straight. The best thing to do is really, I guess, think before you leap, so to speak, if at all possible. And I think in many cases, the best time to apologize is immediately. Yeah. I guess, because it just builds to a point where you don't really know how you're going to manage it otherwise. Just interesting thing here. I don't know. It's kind of a downer, I suppose, but I think a lot of us, especially as we get older, we look back to some of the mistakes, and God, how do you correct them? It'd be great if someone knew how. I guess God does. I guess. And I guess if nothing else, he'll take on the apology, I suppose. But really, the apology should go to the person you offended. Interesting. Hard thing to do. Well, let me think on that some more. Your opinion would be interested. I would be interested in it. Any case, Lord's Prayer moment. Oh my gosh, if ever there was one. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. That's one thing we can do. We can forgive those who nailed us one way or another. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. In other words, don't do it in the first place. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And maybe if there's some way to hit us over the head with a board before we make a mess of things, do so, please. Deliver us from evil, for thine is the kingdom. We should keep in mind we're in God's kingdom, not ours. We're in it, but we don't run the place. Okay. Give us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory forever. So be it. All right. Anyway, I just thought I'd say, it was, I think back some of the times I really acted very hastily and don't know how ever get it all straightened out. Anyway, I'll see you. So, again, best thing, kind of turn a leaf. We'll see you later. Bye now.